Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi! My name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video we are unboxing and taking a look at the Pantheon Tarot by Wyspell. This is their newest tarot deck. I am very excited about it. I will edit in the retail cost of it here, and everywhere that you can legitimately purchase this will be listed in the description box below for you. Alright, let's get into it. Pantheon Tarot invites you on a mystical journey through the realm of gods and legends. Each card brings to life a unique archetype from the myths of many cultures, weaving ancient wisdom into every reading. United in this deck, the deities open doors to truth, offer guidance, and inspire new beginnings. The set includes 78 card deck with all major and minor arcana cards, 200-page pocket guidebook, use daily to manifest your intentions, tap into your intuition, build confidence in your card readings. All right, pretty packaging. Discover the incredible wisdom of the tarot and bask in all of its magic. May each reading reveal the answers you seek. Lovely. The guidebook that we will be checking out first. Unlock the mysteries of the tarot with QR code there. All right. So let's take a peek here. Nice table of contents. They always really have a wonderful table of contents plus a lot of information and quick reference meanings between the suits as well. All right. Some information on divination and the structure of the deck, how to begin. Okay, I don't think that there are anything too crazy that we need to figure out here. We do have the card layouts, past, present, future. We have one with a signifier, ask 3 times, yes or no. Celtic cross, week ahead, month ahead. And the chakra spread, and then it goes into the meanings here. I do want to take a peek to see. I know it's illustrated by somebody, but I don't see the name. I'll find it if I can find it. Okay, let's get into the cards here. Their cardstock is the same as their other decks, if you are familiar with the other Wyspell tarots. Very flexible, snaps back. It's like not too thick, but not too thin either. It's like a really good sweet spot. And this is a matte, and look at that nice little back there. Okay, here we go. Number up top, title at the bottom. So cute. See if you can find your patron deity or your favorite deity. We got Hecate. Love that. The art style is fun. It's very vibrant, but it's not, too much. Nice. A little dolphin. I'm excited to get into the guidebook. Oh, is that Odin? Oh. I really like the art style. I think it's fun. All right. And we are in the Suit of Wands. I really like that it is not just one pantheon, it is a bunch of different cultures. Swords. Oh, Athena. Oh, that cloud looks like a face. Oh, could that be the Morrigan? Cups. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming that's Zeus and Hera. Cute. Could that be Nyx? The sirens. Oh, the faces in the water. This is so neat. I think this is a different type of pantheon that I haven't seen before. I feel like it's very creative while you can see and recognize the symbolism of the energy of the card with the deity, but also it doesn't just like scream a specific way of portraying the deity. I hope that makes sense. the horse cloud. Or Pegasus, excuse me. Hestia, maybe? I feel like this leans a lot more to Greek and Roman mythology in the Pantheon, but there are a lot of really good other representations as well. I do think that for the most part, generally, the Greek and Roman is more widely known, I guess you could say, but at the same time, I would love to see more of different cultures' myths represented anytime. Ooh, it shuffles really well. All right, and this way? Yes. All right, let's get a card to read, please. Okay, we're going to read for Three of Swords. Okay, I had a feeling it was Persephone. I just wasn't sure, and I'm glad I was right. Okay, so it does tell you the deity, and then we have upright keywords, so heartbreak, separation, sadness, grief, sorrow, upset, loss, trauma, and tears. Persephone, queen of the underworld with a heavy fate. Her story embodies heartbreak, deep emotional pain, and the purification that comes from accepting what has happened. Upright love meaning: breakup, argument, conflict, separation, sadness, and tears. Upright career meaning: conflicts at work, job loss, hurt feelings at work, feeling hopeless. And upright finances meaning: loss of assets, division of assets after breakup. This Three of Swords is a card carrying tension and heartbreak, perhaps as a result of a relationship ending, a communication failure, a bitter argument, or a betrayal. The asker may be carrying grief, emotional pain, or feelings of rejection. And then we have the reversed. So the keywords for reverse would be healing, forgiveness, recovery, reconciliation, repressing emotions. The reverse Three of Swords tells the asker to let go of a painful experience they may be holding on to. Forgiveness is not easy, but this card signifies an opportunity to fully feel and acknowledge their feelings. Sit with the discomfort and then release it when they are ready. Reverse love meaning: forgiving one another, moving on after pain, separation. Reverse career meaning: putting conflicts behind, developing better processes. And reversed finances meaning: building savings, finding stability, severe grief about finances. The heartbreak or the heartache subsides. You have experienced a rather painful situation which is already coming to an end. The reverse Three of Swords can also indicate that negative self-talk and limiting beliefs are at the heart of the asker's suffering. Sorry, my thumb was covering that. Okay, I love that they actually give us the deities. Yep, Hera and Zeus was the Two of Cups. Okay, cute. The Graces. This is great. Okay. Yeah, I do see like Roman. Oh, Hestia. Hestia was the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, not the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So very cool. So we had Midas. Okay. Very, very, very cool. Okay. I am happy with this. I think this is wonderful. If you are trying to learn more about the Pantheon of gods, this might be a deck to help you with that. It gives you a little bit of information in the guidebook that might help. And then how you relate that story to the tarot card as well can help you. But I think if you are someone who loves the Pantheons, this is a deck for you. The art is beautiful. The meanings are great. The guidebook is there. There's still the symbolism in here. And it's a really nice quality. So I really like this. This is going on one of my rotations of how often I use a deck for sure. So this would also be great too if you are someone who has an altar to a deity, does workings with deities, this would be great for that. So with that being said, I would love to know your thoughts on this deck. Is this something that you're excited about? Is this something that you think you would use? Is this something that you haven't heard of yet? Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you've made it this far in the video, drop what kind of emoji? Drop your zodiac sign or a zodiac sign in the comment section to let me know you made it this far in the video. All right. Thank you all so much for watching today. And thank you, Wyspell, for sending this my way. And if you have not done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on your way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.